Yo, what is good, boys? It is Yap MMA. We are back with another video. Today, we are going to be talking about my 3 favorite dogs for UFC London this Saturday, boys. I'm hyped for this card. I'm super hyped. There's a lot of great underdogs on this card. So I'm going to be picking my 3 favorite underdogs, going from my least most probable pick to my favorite pick, my favorite underdog pick. So my least confident to my most confident underdog pick, man. I think I got some good ones this week. But first, we're going to recap last weekend, man. We cashed out on a solid plus 185 with Sam Hughes, man. She took the W. Great underdog, man. It was a close fight, though. Super close split decision. But that round 2, she dominated, man. So easy bread, easy money on Sam Hughes, man. The women's fights, they're very close. You can't really be betting favorites with women's fights. Some of them are close, especially when you're looking at the unranked women's fights. So Sam Hughes cashes us out, man. I think she's been an underdog in her past 6 fights, which is absolutely ridiculous. But we're going to take that one. We will take that one. Unfortunately, we fell short on the other 2, but this week we are back with some better underdogs, man. So we are just going to go ahead and get straight on into it. We're going to start off with the first underdog pick that I believe can make you guys a little bit of bread, make me a little bit of bread, and that's going to be Puja Tomar, also known as Puja Tomar. I'm pretty sure you pronounce it Puja, but I'm going to call her Puja, man. Puja Toma at plus 140, man. This is another situation just like Sam Hughes last weekend, where you got a woman as an underdog that is going to go to a very close potential split decision against Shauna Bannon, bro, she's just not good. Shauna is not meant to be. I believe she's a minus 150. She has a minus 150. Puja Tomar plus 140, man. I trust in her to bring the pressure, put on the pace onto Shauna Bannon, who doesn't really inflict damage. She does not know how to inflict damage on another human being. Puja Tomar, she's the Indian prospect. She is the only woman Indian prospect that the UFC has. She is the only woman Indian fighter on the UFC roster that is signed to the UFC roster, man. She's the only Indian woman on the UFC roster. That's what I'm trying to say, man. So they clearly want her to have a successful career. There's a lot of Indian fan base. There's a huge Indian fan base in London, man. I think London's going to be backing Puja Tomar. I think she's going to have the crowd. I think she's going to be the one putting the pressure on Shauna Bannon, who doesn't really inflict damage. Shauna had a super close fight in her last one. So did Puja, but Puja was coming forward. She was throwing shots. She was throwing leg kicks. She was mixing it up well. I just trust her to go forward, just like last weekend, man. Just like last weekend, like we cashed out for Sam Hughes. I trust in the same thing. Puja Tomar is going to come out there, push the pace, and get a split decision or a unanimous decision. It's going to be a close fight. Don't get me wrong. This is one where you're going to be on your. I'm not going to say you're going to be on your toes because nobody's getting knocked out, but you're going to be like, oh, is she squeezing out this round or not? You know what I mean? I'm just trusting the judges are going to lean the side of Puja. The crowd is going to be on Puja's side, and I believe she's going to be pushing the pace. So Puja Tomar at plus 140. My least confident pick, but I think she's a solid underdog this weekend. We are going to move on, though, to my next favorite underdog this weekend at UFC London, and that is Nathaniel Wood, boys. Nathaniel Wood at plus 120 is fighting, who's he fighting? Morgan Charrier, who is 2-1 in the UFC. He's a great fighter. Don't get me wrong. Morgan Charrier, he's a great fighter. He's dynamic. He's got good finishing potential. But Nathaniel Wood's being very underrated here. He is the home crowd man coming out of the UK, man. He's a great English fighter. Very well rounded. Has had a lot of good fights recently. He had a close decision to who was it recently, man? I forget his name. He had a very close fight recently against a good competition where he arguably won that fight. I believe he knocked him down. I can't remember his name right now, but Nathaniel Woods had some close fights recently, but he's very consistent on the feet. He's able to mix it up. If it does go to the ground, he can stay composed, stay safe on the ground if it does go there. Morgan Charrier is not one to take it to the ground. He is going to want to strike. He is going to want to try to go for a knockout against Nathaniel Wood. But I do believe Wood will be the bigger guy. I think he's going to be the more imposing striker. And I think he's going to land the better shots when they are going in striking exchanges. Morgan Charrier is looking for a knockout punch. He's winging big shots, right? Nathaniel Wood keeps it tight. He keeps it crisp. He lands beautiful jabs. He's going to be using his jab all night. He's going to be working that jab on Morgan Charrier to keep him at bay, keep him at distance. Nathaniel Wood's footwork is very good as well. I think he's going to be bouncing around the octagon, staying away from Charrier's power punches. And I think he's just going to slowly piece him apart throughout the night and be able to score a unanimous decision. So I'm going to go Nathaniel Woodman as my second most confident dog this weekend. I think he's going to be a great dog. You could even take him by decision, but I'm just going to take Nathaniel Wood money line at plus 120. It's a great line to take. And we're going to move on, boys, to my favorite, my most confident pick this weekend, my favorite dog that I am 100% certain about this weekend. I mean, I wholeheartedly would put the house on it, man. Genuinely, this is my favorite underdog this weekend. I think he's going to cash a bunch of people out. He was a sizable, a decent underdog before. The odds have changed a bit, but let's get into it, man. Chris Padilla, Chris Taco Padilla at plus 105. He was plus 105 a few days ago. That line has dropped. It's evened out. He's fighting Jai Herbert this weekend, man. And I think he shouldn't have been the underdog. I genuinely do not know how Chris Padilla is another underdog after his fight with Rong Zhu. This guy is an absolute dog. This guy is the definition of dog, man. This is why we got him in our dogs this weekend, and I think he's going to cash out a bunch of people. People are chasing this line. They love Chris Padilla already. A lot of people are betting Chris Padilla. That's why this line has changed. It is no longer plus 105. I believe it is minus 110. He's sitting at minus 110. It is almost a pick 'em with Jai Herbert. I think Jai Herbert is the favorite because of the home crowd advantage. He's in the UK. That's his thing. People love Jai Herbert. He's a good fighter. I don't think he's that skilled, though. I think he's a bit overrated. Obviously, he is one of the only guys to knock down Topuria. I think he is the only man in the UFC to ever knock down Topuria. And they're going to bring it up a million times during this card. You already know. I can bet my life on it that they're going to talk about Jai Herbert, that head kick that he had on Ilia Topuria at least 5 times. At least 5 times they're going to bring it up, man. Oh, Jai Herbert, he almost knocked out Ilia Topuria, but it doesn't matter. He didn't knock him out. I'm sorry. He didn't knock out Ilia Topuria, man. And Chris Padilla is an absolute dog. This guy is coming to Jai Herbert's home territory to take his head off. Chris Padilla has all the finishing potential in the world. This guy is an amazing finisher on the ground, on the feet. He can finish you. His punching power is great. We just saw that against Rong Zhu. He can mix it up well. He's had a snappy elbow against Rong Zhu. Almost bursted his freaking eye socket, man. Looked like his eye was about to explode. The doctor had to step in. And before that, Chris Padilla finished James Lontop. One of those tough Mexican dudes, James Lontop, man. He's only been finished twice in his career. Chris finished him one of those times. He didn't even get finished by Mauricio Rufy, man. So Chris Padilla is an absolute dog. He will fight for your money. This is the kind of underdog you want to bet on. A guy who will literally come out there. He will fight for your money. He will fight for his life. Dead ass, man. And I just think Jai Herbert isn't as good as people make him out to be. I genuinely think he crumbles in moments. He's coming off that win over Rolando Bedoya, but Bedoya is not nothing himself, man. And that was just a back and forth tit for tat kind of fight. I don't think there's any chance that 36-year-old Jai Herbert head kick KOs Chris Padilla, man. I think that's genuinely his only path to victory is a head kick KO or a robbery decision, man. I think I'm going to trust in Chris Padilla to get this one done. I think if he goes to the ground with Jai Herbert, he can finish him on the ground. Jai Herbert's wrestling is very lackluster. Chris Padilla could find the back, find the neck, man, and find the choke. I do trust Chris Padilla to cash this out this weekend, man. This is my favorite underdog by far. I would be chasing this line all day. The line has dropped a lot. But still, man, at minus 110, it's still a solid line. You could even parlay him, but I'm taking Chris Padilla up front, man. I took him at plus 105. I love that line. The second I saw it, I was like, I got to get on Chris Padilla, man. I trust this dude with my money. All right. But this is my entire list of underdogs for UFC London, man. These are some great dogs. I think we're good. I think we have a potential to go 3 for 3 this weekend, man. We'll see what happens, but until next time, boys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop your comments down below what other dogs you guys like this weekend at UFC London, and I will catch you boys in the next one. See you.